Hey, what's up everyone? Milkshake here. So, Chinese New Year, it's here, it's now, it's happening, and all of us who are celebrating it, I'm pretty sure we are all looking forward to like the reunion dinners and like collecting ang paos. But now we can also appreciate Azur Lane art. Like, what a time to be alive, am I right? Yes, and that is why in this video we are gonna be looking at my personal top 8 Spring Festival or Chinese New Year skins in Azur Lane. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys will probably have a good sense of what my taste is. It is also very difficult to make this video because like covering only 8 skins is really difficult as I said, because a lot of them are very nice, especially like the ones that came out this year. Oh, they are so good. Okay, so yeah, and also do feel free to share your favorite Chinese New Year skins in the comment section down below as well. And so without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so at our number 8 we have Swiftshire. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but this skin actually came out in her artwork first, like via the loading screen, before she, or rather even the skin came out. So like yeah, there was a point in time where I was like wondering, how do I get Swiftshire and how do I get this skin, right? So, but I mean, by the time they came out and like she came out and this skin came out, they didn't disappoint. Like, just look at her. Oh my goodness, I love her so much. Look at her pose. It's so pretty, my god. And yeah, like the way she hold her fan, and like assets is there, some thigh action, you know, it's so nice. I love that. Okay, another thing I guess like I really like about this skin is like the color scheme. Like her Tipao Cheongsam like have in this like black and white color palette actually reminds me of like the White Tiger. So yeah, it looked, and I guess that's like the reason why this skin actually caught my eye as soon as I saw her in the loading screen art. Like, yeah, I really love this skin so much. Even though it's like number 8, right? Don't get me wrong, this is still like one of my favorite like Azur Lane skins out there. So yeah, I also plan to cover her in like a future review video, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so let's move on to number 7. Okay, so at number 7 we have Arizona. Okay, of all the skins, right, they could have given her, they gave our most precious girl in the game the most erotic skin ever. But then again, I'm not complaining because like I have been waiting for an Arizona skin for so long. Okay, she is so precious to me, and I did cover her in a video before, so if you want to, you can always check that out. And yeah, this skin came out of nowhere. Like, no one, okay, we were asking for an Arizona skin, but not something like this. Like, this wasn't like at the, okay, or rather, it's not something that I would like first think of when it comes to like having Arizona's first skin. I was like wondering, can we have an oath skin please? Like, I want to like marry her and also get a skin out of it as well. Yeah, but dude, this skin really hit hard. Like, like, I mean, at first glance, I can't really tell that this is a Chinese New Year skin as well. It's probably some cultural thing that maybe I don't really know of, even though I'm Chinese. But anyway, this skin is absolutely lovely, and I love this so much. I could actually just stare at this for hours. But yes, I guess this is also really like really good because it shows that Yosta, Manju, Yongshi, they are like slowly trying to introduce Arizona like skins. At least it's a start, right? At least it's a start. So having her in like other future like skins is not too far off as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what other skins they will have for her. So yeah, I love her so much. Okay, so that is number 7. So moving on to number 6, and we have Monarch. Okay, I did cover this in like a previous video before, like, so if you want to, you can always check that out for like my full opinion on this skin. But to keep it short, the reason why I love this is because it blends with like the traditional Chinese like aspect by like her clothing with the like the backdrop. Like, there's this Victorian looking backdrop as well. Like, I don't know, that's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw the phone. So yeah, it really it's so cool to have these two different cultures like blend together and into an artwork like this, it's really really nice. And her in this like fur coat and like and all, it really gives her this dominating like rich kind of vibe, and it really really suits her. The red hair as well, it really makes her very striking because as I said, this Chinese New Year, right? So like red is a very important color, and it also like stands out from like the black and white like palette. So yeah, I also love her outfit. It's so nice. Okay, Monarch is just an absolute beauty, and she does have a special place in my heart because she was my very first researched priority ship, and I never regretted it. Like she carried me so far in the game. So even when they had like newer priority ships out there, I'm sure like they definitely are like much better than her, I guess. I'm not really too sure like how big of a power scaling they are like compared to Monarch. But yeah, if you guys are like having trouble thinking of like which ship to like research on first, or you have researched all the ones that you want, but now you are like trying to like wondering which one you want to go for next, I would highly suggest Monarch. Like you really cannot go wrong with her, and she definitely will carry you so far throughout the game. Yeah, I love her so much. Okay, anyway, moving on to number 5. Okay, so at number 5 we have Belfast. Like, no joke, the first time when I saw this, like back in 2019, I think it was 2019, because it was like the year of the pig, or boar. Like, when I saw this, my jaw actually dropped. I still remember I was like working my part on like at my part-time job, and then I saw this skin on Reddit and I was blown away. Like, yeah, so I mean, if you guys can't really tell, I don't think I've announced it before, but Belfast is my best girl in the game for obvious reasons. But then again, because of that, like you might be wondering, then if Belfast is like your waifu in the game, why is she like at number 5, right? Shouldn't she be at like the top spot? Okay, honestly, this skin isn't really her best. I personally still think the Noble Attendant and the Oath skin are like better, which is why I didn't really put this particular skin of her that high up. But then again, this skin is still really good. In addition to her Oath skin, this is like her very first like other skin, and it's live 2D. It's so good, and it's so good to the point that I broke my free-to-play status and I actually bought the thing. So yeah. They are also making a figurine of this skin as well, which is super awesome. And for some reason, like the more I look at it, I realize like how long her leg is. Like, look at how long her leg is compared to her upper body. It looks so like unproportional, I guess, but at the same time, I mean, having some of that leg action, I mean, it's great. It's great. Her outfit is also really nice, and I still like how they gave her the choker still incorporated there. It's like a huge part of her, right? And yeah, the blue color really fits her aesthetic, and it's the main color in a lot of her skins. And yeah, this, I like the shawl as well. It like covering her arms. It's very like elegant and just straight up beautiful, you know. It's so good. And I also like, okay, honestly, I prefer like the art style of her in this skin, like in the loading screen art. Like, I think the art style there is much more better than this one. But then again, it doesn't mean that this skin is bad by any means. I still love this so much. It's still Belfast. I still love her like to death. But yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the number 4. Okay, so at number 4, we have AKAGI. Okay, so this is the point where it gets a little bit unfair because like the skins now have like backgrounds already. So with all these big backgrounds, it really makes the skin like much more worth it with like the amount of gems that you're paying for. So yeah, dude, this is fantastic. I personally I'm not an AKAGI fan because I do find her very scary initially, but this skin is so good to pass on. Like, dude, it's still okay. The thing is that it steers away from the Cheongsam T-Pow look, and they went for the Hanfu. I think it's Hanfu style, and it's so nice because it just looks so comfortable. Like, look at that. Like, it's so baggy, and like it's just fantastic. I love this so much. I love the style. It's very it's very refreshing. Though, don't get me wrong, the Cheongsam Tea Power look is still definitely very nice, but this is like a breath of fresh air, if you get what I mean. Yeah, and I also like how they have these like circle things like on each of her tails, and yeah, you cannot go wrong with floof, man. Like the floof is a very it's like a plus in the skin as well. So yeah, and I guess another thing why I don't mind, like I would say this skin is like, I like this skin is like it kind of tones down her yandere-ness as well. So like it's not really obvious. I mean, even if you look at her like facial expressions of the skin, right, it's not that obvious, you know, like compared to her other ones. They really tone it down a lot. So I mean, I'm not too sure like the animations for the like, because this is live 2D, they could potentially have some of it there. But generally speaking, when you just look at this like as it is, without live 2D, it's beautiful. It's so nice. I love it. It's the only time I would honestly like AKAGI, I guess. But yeah, I like this a lot. I love this a lot. Okay, so moving on to number 3. Okay, so at number 3 we have no SHIRO. Same like AKAGI, like the background really makes this so different. Like it really hits different, right? Okay, so no SHIRO has always been a beauty, and like having her in this like very snowy like backdrop is so good. And her outfit also complements with it, like the snowy aesthetic. Oh, it's just fantastic, and it's so pleasing to the eyes. Like, okay, you just like sit down, sit back, relax, look at this skin, look at this artwork, right? It's so pleasing to the eye because like of how much blue there is. Yeah, it's so nice, and like just her lying down like this, oh, it's fantastic. Look at that. Also, I've been using her quite a fair bit now because like I'm like doing priority farming, and also like I'm trying out like torpedo based teams. So yeah, I'm also planning to, because of that, I'm planning to review her in a future video, so stay tuned for that. But regardless, this is fantastic. I love this so much, and I think one of the reasons why I love this even more is like whenever when I play the game, then I saw her loading screen. There's one loading screen where it's just her in this art from a different perspective and an art style. Oh, it's so good. Like when I saw it, I was like, dude, this is fantastic. Yeah, I love this so much because of like just the scale of it. Look at how big it is. Like it's so huge. It's so like wide, you know. Yeah, I love this so much. Okay, moving on to number 2. Okay, so at number 2 we have Cheshire. Okay, this skin is so good. Just look at it. Look at it. It's like they blend, same thing, same with the Monarch thing, like they blend that modern aspect, especially like the speakers and all that, with the traditional Chinese look of like her outfit. It's so good, and it's so subtle, like this contrast between cultures, between eras, I guess, like traditional and modern. Like it's so subtle, but it works. Like it works so well in this. Like it's so good. Sorry, I'm getting a bit flustered by this, but yeah. And also because this is live 2D, it's fantastic. It's really worth it. It's really worth it if you ask me. And if you really like Cheshire, this is a no-brainer. Get it, just get it. Okay, so yeah, and I think and because of that, it's not really very obvious that this is the Chinese New Year skin until like you look very closely at like the outfit. Like it honestly just looks like a slip dress, but if you look closely, you can actually see like the Chinese collar there, and I love that. It's so subtle, but it's there, you know. And yeah, I love the top hat as well, like this hat. Okay, spoiler alert: Cheshire is not a cat. I'm pretty sure that's a well-known fact by now. But yeah, but I like how they still retain that element of her. By designing the hat in such a way that they included this like part so that it looks like the cat ear. It's so genius in terms of design level. It's so nice. Yeah, Cheshire is fantastic in itself, and like her personality is also super cute and adorable. Yeah, I love this so much, and I also did cover her in a previous video as well, so if you want to, you can always feel free to check that out. So yeah. Alright, okay, so let's move on to number 1. Okay, so at number 1 we have Hai Tian. Okay, dude, look at this. Look at this. It's so good. Okay, She is by far the best ship that came out in this event, 100%, right? This skin make her even more gorgeous than her original like default skin, which is also very very beautiful. And yeah, similar to AKAGI, there's that deviation from the, the oversaturation of like T-Pows and Cheongsams, right? Into the more harmful like style of it. It's so pretty. And yeah, and again, it looks so comfortable to like wear, and it's so like lengthy. It's like baggy, and like the material is like, it looks soft. It's so comfortable to like wear, I guess. And also like I love how like her hair resembles the calligraphy pen. Like this part right here, like this black tip. I think that's what they're going for. Like from what I saw from her original default look, like I think that's what they were going for. She's like the more calligraphy like kind of character. I'm just blown away when I saw this for the very first time, and I was like wondering, who is this character and like how do I get her? Oh, and speaking of that, she's free. She's free. Like everyone can get her just by completing some missions, and yeah, you can get her already. Just like that, right? And yeah, that's fantastic, I also love like how like her eyes in this like color, it actually matches with like her clothes. Oh, that's so good. It's so smart as well. It's from a design standpoint, it's so beautiful. Okay, there isn't really much of a difference like from her default outfit, but her in this pose and this attire, you can actually see the whole thing now. It's so beautiful and wonderful. I love this. I'm actually blown away by it. And because of that, of how blown away I am with this character, I definitely am gonna try building her and like testing her out. I mean, I have to at this point, right? Like, like I already said that she's like the best ship that came out, right? I really am curious how she is in battle. I really hope she's good. Please be good. Okay, so yes, this is all that I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do leave a like if you guys did. Do feel free to share your favorite skins for this Chinese New Year as well. And to all those who are celebrating Chinese New Year, I wish you guys a happy Chinese New Year and happy holidays. So yeah, all of you take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.